Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Streamlit, which is a pretty powerful data dashboard and visualization tool in Python. It allows you to get your analytics up into a dashboard, into a live real-time dashboard pretty quickly. Today we're going to set up a Streamlit instance in Docker, and it won't take us too long, so let's get started. All right, so we have this kind of a blank project here. So let's start with our Docker file. We're going to start with from Python 3.11, and then we'll set our workdir as app. So real simple. We're just setting up just a basic Python container. We'll install a couple things. We'll need Streamlit. We'll need maybe pandas, but we'll install it just to be sure. Also NumPy. I don't know why I'm putting commas here. SciPy, plotly, and matplotlib. All right. So just a basic generic Docker file. We could, obviously we could add a lot more to this if we needed, but just for a basic setup, that should work. Then we just do a simple import Streamlit as st. All right. And we just do a simple st.write just to make sure things are up and running. All right. So now we just do a simple docker build -t. We'll call it test streamlit image. Okay. So that built pretty quickly because I had it cached already. Now we could do docker run -it, give it this image name, we'll give it a volume so that it uses our code in app.py. We'll set this to the same directory as the workdir in our Docker file. Alright. Yeah, so this right here is setting up a volume to our /app folder in our container, which is going to map it to the current directory. If you want some more information on like kind of setting up volumes or like whether you should use volume copy, use the copy instruction in your Docker file, I have another video which goes over that. I'll try to link it in the description or maybe put a card on the video somehow. I haven't done that before. Alright, so we have our volume, so Streamlit will be able to read the file. Then we expose a port so that we'll be able to like communicate with our container. Otherwise, it'll just kind of be running this, the Streamlit application will just be running inside the container and not really exposed to the outside. So you just won't be able to hit it. All right, so run, and then I think we want to do Streamlit run app.py. Alright, refresh. Alright, so we have our hello. So the nice thing about Streamlit, if you're comfortable in working in Jupyter notebooks or kind of just using some of the common like analytic tool, visualization tools and charting in Python, it's all the same stuff that you could use in Streamlit. So like we have this notebook here where I'm just kind of plotting this graph right here, or this chart right here, and the normal distribution, and also this kind of 3D plotly chart, interactive plotly chart. And we can just take these and throw them in our Streamlit application. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So let's just add these imports over here. We'll take our nice methods over here, copy them into our Streamlit. Boom, boom. Then I have a little other code which is just going to set up our sidebar in Streamlit. Right, so let's just go over this real quick. So we have our normal plot, our normal distribution plot right here, which is the same as over there. It's just going to return a figure, a matplotlib figure. Then we have this iris plot, which is also going to return a figure, except it's going to be a plotly figure. In my opinion, plotly, it's maybe a little harder to work with. Not that that really matters that much with AI, but it's a little harder to work with. But I feel like as nicer charts, they tend to be interactive. They tend to give you nice features, like you hover over them and they give you more information. So that's just my 2 cents in the data visualization debate. All right, and then over here, we're setting up our select box or drop down. There's going to be a sidebar, and if the drop down is normal distribution plot, then just show the normal plot. I'll give a little bit of markdown description. So pretty straightforward. I could just save that. Then I could just refresh. Since we have Docker volume, it'll just update in real time without having to rebuild the image. Set page can only be called once per app. Alright. Did I copy something wrong? Set page config. Alright, so I think based on this error, the set page config can only be called once per app page and must be called as the first Streamlit command in your script. So I think that is because this is technically a Streamlit command and it comes before that other one. So let's just remove that. Let's refresh. And boom. Alright. So now we have our nice plots in Streamlit. We have a nice little sidebar here. And you don't need to know any HTML or JavaScript or CSS or anything like that. It's very easy to get up and running if you just know some Python analytics stuff. And then as a bonus, let's just bring it full circle, and I'll just show you how to throw this into a Docker compose file so you don't have to remember all those arguments I ran the Docker run command with. Right, we just have, I think we don't need a network, we just do services. So I guess we just do Streamlit. I probably should have looked up an example for me to, let's see, I think it's just build. Just Docker compose example. All right, thank you, Gemini. Build context. All right, let's just do one of these, right? We have build context dot Docker file ports. Just like before, they're going to be 8501. 8501. Okay. Don't need a depends on. We do need a volume, though. Not sure if it's volume or volumes, so I put volumes. And then we could just do maybe the same thing. Let's try it out. Alright, so. Alright, so we added that service. So now let's just go ahead, Docker compose build Streamlit, right? Because when the service here should just, or the name here should just match the service defined in your Docker compose. So let's just build that. All right, and then, so this thing is not running, good. Then if we do Docker compose up Streamlit, no, we have to give it a command or an entry point. I'll just do it in the Docker file. Streamlit, I guess we gotta do the list version. So run app.py. All right. So let's try that. Because we have to build it again since we updated the Docker file. All right. Now let's see this. All right, and there you go. So you can run it using the Docker run command, or with this you could run it as a Docker compose service. Then you could integrate it into a larger Python analysis, like data analytics lab. Yeah, I hope that was helpful, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks, guys.